Hi, everybody. All right, let's read Chapter 2 of Junie B. Jones Has a Monster Under Her Bed. Chapter 2 Just Say Right. After school pictures, we went back to room 9. I put my head down on my table. There's no such thing as monsters. There's no such thing as monsters, I whispered to just myself, because my very own daddy told me that, and he wouldn't even lie to me, probably. Mrs. said for me to sit up in my chair. She passed out work for us to do. It was called printing our letters. Only I didn't actually feel like doing that. I tapped on my bestest friend named Lucille. Guess what, Lucille? There's no such thing as monsters. There's really, really not. And so a monster doesn't even live under my bed, probably. Right, Lucille? Right? Right? Shh. I'm doing my letters, she said. Yes, Lucille, I know you are doing your letters. Only I just wanted to tell you about the monster, because he's not even real, right? Lucille didn't say right. How come you're not saying right, Lucille? Just say right, okay? Just say monsters aren't real, and I won't even bother you anymore. All of a sudden, Lucille did a mad breath. Now look what you made me do. Oops, hang on. Junie B, you made me ruin my big G. I told you not to bother me. She quick grabbed my paper and she quick grabbed her paper and run to Mix's to fix it. I tapped my fingers on the table. Then I turned around and looked behind me. I smiled at a boy named Crybaby William. Guess what, William? There's no such thing as monsters. And so a monster doesn't even live under my bed, probably. Right, William? Right? Right? William moved his seat away from me. I followed him in my chair. I'm right, don't you think? William, a monster really doesn't live under my bed, does he? Plus, also, he doesn't put my head in his mouth. William slided his chair away from some more. I scooted right after him. Just say right, okay, William? Just say there's not a monster under my bed, and I will be on my way. William picked up his chair. He carried it all the way to the middle of the floor. That's how come I had to carry my chair to the middle of the floor, too. I sat down and smiled, very sweet. Right, William? I'm right, aren't I? I said. Only too bad for me, 'cause just then I felt hands on my shoulders. I looked up. It was Mrs. I did a gulp. Hello, how are you today? I said, kind of nervous. Mrs. zoomed my chair back to my table. It was not fun. I quick picked up my pencil. Guess what? I am going to do my work now, I said. Plus also, I am not even going to talk, because I don't actually like anyone in this area. Mrs. tapped her foot at me. Love your shoes, I said real soft. Only just then, a very great thing happened, and it is called the bell rang for the end of school. I hurried up out the door. Then me and my other bestest friend named Grace run to the bus together. Grace, guess what? There's no such thing as monsters, and so I don't even have one under my bed, probably. Right, Grace? Right? That Grace didn't say right. That's how come I grabbed her by her shoulders, and I jiggled and jiggled her, 'cause I was fed up with these people. That's why. That's not being a very good friend, is it, you guys? How come you won't say right, Grace? How come nobody will say right? 'Cause I'm getting at the end of my rope with this thing. That Grace took my hands off of her. I can't say right, because a monster really might live under your bed, Junie B, she said. My eyes got big and wide at her. No, Grace, no. Do not say that. Do not say a monster might live under my bed, 'cause that cannot even be true, or else I would have spotted that guy by now. No, you wouldn't, she said. My big sister said that monsters can turn themselves invisible when you look at them, and so that's how come nobody ever sees them. See, it's another big sister, the other one was a big brother, saying that monsters are real. These big brothers and sisters, they say mean things to their little brothers and sisters. That Grace looked serious at me. That makes sense, don't you think, huh, Junie B? Right? Just then, my throat got dry and my stomach got the shakies. I looked out the window, very upset, and I didn't say right.